Hello, my friends. This is Sylvia with Running with Needles and Scissors. This is my floss tube by the same name and deals with predominantly cross stitch. So this is Monday, I think March 20th, and this is floss tube number 31. And we're going to celebrate 4,000 plus subscribers and my less than perfect record of floss tubes, making floss tubes and having gone to market and surviving and the crazy after and all that stuff. Anyways, thank you so much for everybody who has subscribed. Thank you so much for the comments. I'm almost caught up. I spent some time this weekend and a little bit before that answering comments. I always have very good intentions to not let them accumulate. I'm back to that. I'm not going to let them accumulate. Hopefully that will hold. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everyone that has subscribed in the last month. I so very much appreciate everybody's enthusiasm for my patterns, the lovely comments, the shops that came out, and it's a lot of work for everybody involved that does market on both ends. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna put this on silent. My girlfriends are talking. And so I just want to say thank you to each and every person that pre-ordered and bought afterwards. Things have been crazy. We are shipping every day. Orders come in every day, 7 days a week. I mean, it's really fantastic and it's a lot of work. So I'm busy. That's probably also why I'm a week late. I had already gathered up all my stuff for last week and just couldn't make it. Every day I was like, I'm going to do a floss tube today, but things got going. And today I'm just, letting some stuff go for a minute and going to sit down with you guys and spend some time together. Market was great. I know a lot of people have covered it. It's just a really lovely atmosphere. Everybody's there to support, and Lori Markovic from La Di Da came by, and we were chit-chatting and looking out, over the banners, and she says, isn't this fantastic? And I really never thought of it that much. She goes, this is a predominantly women-run industry, women-supported industry predominantly. We're all very appreciative of our guy stitchers, our male stitchers. I think they're some of the best stitchers out there, to be frank. Must be the way their brain works versus the way our brain works. But it's a predominantly women-run industry. And man, it's strong and it's thriving and it's inventive and creative, and there's just so many parts to it, and it's really wonderful. So my friend Miriam, she came and helped me, and thank goodness, because there was no way for a little hot minute I thought I could handle it alone, and then I was like, I don't think so, and so she jumped in and volunteered to help. And it was invaluable. And I know, Miriam, you watch, so thank you so much, my friend. I know I've said thank you many times, but I want to also say it publicly that I couldn't have done it without you. We learned a lot. We made mistakes, and that's what happens. I think even when you're a seasoned veteran, you have mistakes going. But I learned a lot, and I know how I'm going to do things better next time, and I'm looking forward to next time. So we got there Thursday. We did not stay in the hotel. Tracy Riffle and her sweet husband Chuck, who had to put up with a lot, they stayed in the room, and Miriam and I stayed in a nearby Airbnb, and I thought it was so lovely. We had such wonderful hosts, and it was really a great decision, so much so that I'm going to do it again next year. I'm going to stay at that Airbnb. It was fantastic. I just loved the getting out of the hotel, being away, and so yeah, it's pre-booked, and we're going to stay there. And I think next year I'm going to take my trusty sidekick Rob with me. I think he deserves to be part of the fun part of the business, and he's super social, and he'll be a lot of fun to have. So he's going to come. One of the reasons he didn't this year is because of Mia. She's laying right here. I think I mentioned, or maybe I haven't, I don't know, that she has dementia. And she gets very anxious, very restless. You know, we've had a couple enough rough nights these last 2 nights where she's not sleeping well. She's up and down and wanders, and you know, I just feel better when somebody's up with her, which Rob's really gracious to get up sometimes, and I get up most of the time with her. So until, you know, she's no longer with us, one of us stays home with her at all times. So not at all times. I mean, I leave. You know, she's okay for like 4 or 5 hours. I know it's hard for her, and I don't leave very often. And these are just the adjustments I have to make, given her condition. So. And I'm surprised that she's laying right here, because usually you barely see her little pink sweater. She usually is, you know, not willing to cuddle up anymore, whatever that is on the dementia end. You know, she doesn't really care to be petted all that much. And I mean, she's a different dog, but, you know, I love her. I love her. So, you know, we're walking that road together. Anyways, back to more fun things, which is market, all things market. So we got in Thursday night. Miriam and I grabbed dinner. We then went back to the Airbnb, and they graciously gave us their dining room so we could pack orders. They probably thought what crazy women they are. So we packed orders until we couldn't pack orders anymore. I had a lot of pre-orders. And then we went to bed, and then got up and went over to the hotel, and I thought, snip, snap, I didn't have much of a setup. You know, this was going to be easy. There's a couple hours and we're out of there. We'll go downtown Franklin. Nope. We're almost working till the end before market opened, mostly to do with orders. And then I had lighting issues. I thought I had brought enough lights, but no, I didn't. So I was about to head out to go and get some lights from Target, and I walked by. So I was on the 3rd floor, and I was walking towards the elevator, and I just, you know, randomly happened to look in somebody's room, and I'm like, hey, those are great lights. You know, that's really nice lighting. And I walk in, it was little Robin, and she was sharing a room with Angel from the Elegant Thread. Anyways, and Rob and I had made plans to meet for dinner. And then so we were like, Robin, Sylvia, you know, and hug. And so she pulled out a big bin from underneath her table, and she's like, here's some extra lights I'm not using. And they saved my bacon. And that's sort of how the atmosphere was. You know, people are so willing to help, and it's fun. And as I was walking, I think that at that same time, I ran into Lisa from Kindred Stitcher, and you know, it's funny. I mean, we've never met, and I'm like, I see her from a distance. I'm like, Lisa, you know, like she's my long lost friend. You know, and she didn't know who I was, which was nice. And so, you know, a quick chit chat, and then I had to be on my way. But it was fun seeing her in real life, and she's a very tall person. I was surprised. Oh, who else? I mean, I didn't have as much, my nose is running a little bit, sorry about that. I didn't have as much time to visit with people. I was very busy, which is a good thing, but it also sort of, you know, I would have liked to have met a few more, but some people came into my booth, and some people I did manage to see, and a lot of people I just missed on Sunday afternoon because they were also out and about. So anyways, like I said, it was great fun. I was very busy. I brought some stash home that I'll show, and yeah, I was glad when it was behind me. But overall, just a really fantastic experience. And it was fun to talk to dyers and look at all their beautiful linens, you know, my linen thing. And I ordered some. I wanted to make sure that, you know, I didn't take anything that shops might have wanted to pick up. So I didn't shop until way late Sunday, and you know, a lot of stuff was sold out, and especially on the linen end, you know, most stuff was gone anyways. But I really like Fibers on a Whim had a bag, and she could show samples, which was really great. And Rogue, is that it? But it's Atomic Ranch fabrics. Nice stuff. They had everything hanging, so they had all their samples in half yards so you could really see. I wanted to buy it, but they wouldn't let me because it was all 40 count. But they were super nice to deal with. I didn't go into any other, did I? Oh, yes. I better keep track of this. I better look at my receipts because there was one more dyer I purchased some fabric from and paid for. So we'll see. Oh, Bestitch Me, I've got some fabric. I have it here with me, I think. Maybe not. She has beautiful things. And there was one more. I forget. So 4. But there's plenty I missed, and I'm kind of kicking myself. So next time, I will study the list and make a plan. I was a little planless and careening from, around the floors. I did stop by Weeks Dye Works. That was cool. Gloriana, very cool. I did not get into Gentle Arts. I don't know if Crescent was even there. I did not get into Hoffman. I did not get into Yarn Tree. All right. Anyways, better planning next time. All right. So let's do the 2. Oh, I think I put them away already. Because, nope, they're here. Oh. The 2 bags. And I have been somewhat organized. And the cat bag goes to Pat Wiggers. Hope you enjoy your time at market. I also use those same types of mesh project bags. Love the cat's bag. So Pat, this one goes to you. I will leave a comment on your comment. And then, let me switch screens. Tony Fadley won the dog bag. And her comment is short and straight to the point, the cats and dogs. So that'll work. Anyways, I will leave a comment on your comment, and then please get in touch with me and I will get those out to you. What else do I need to discuss with you, my sweet folks? Well, maybe a subject that's not so sweet. I've had 2 emails. I know there's not many. That's not many, but they're enough to ruin your day. Of some really negative comments and feedback. So one of them was about my little sampler. The person was very disappointed that they didn't get a floss pack, and wanted to make sure that I knew it and that they wouldn't, be a support, they wouldn't support me anymore as a designer because I didn't have a plan to meet, literally is this what was said, I didn't have a plan to meet everybody's, what's that called? Demands, and that really wasn't true. So let me explain to you how this little sampler thing worked. I offered the pattern and the floss pack separately because knowing full and well that some shops didn't want to buy a floss pack with the pattern, so I did not tie one to the other. So shops had the choice of purchasing a floss pack, and it ran the gamut of shops not buying any floss packs, shops buying, a floss pack for every pattern, and in between. Some shops would say, for example, buy 6 little my little sampler patterns and 4 floss packs, that kind of thing. At the end of the show, there was one shop that that was back ordered on floss packs. And that is because they did not pre-order. Now I sent out emails twice, very specific, also stating that this was a limited item and that if I ran out, I would have to reorder and there would be a wait. So there's only one shop that didn't get their floss packs, that went on back order, and then I shipped it out on Monday. I understand disappointment. I understand maybe that you don't understand how the market works or what happened, and I was happy to explain it to her. But I think we need to just take a little bit of a breath because, this is cross stitch. This is not life-saving surgery or anything like that. It's a hobby we all love and are very passionate about, but it's a hobby, and it's floss and linen and patterns, and The world is not going to end. So I think, people need to take a breath before they start dumping all over somebody else, especially when they don't even understand the situation. I offered this person, I explained the situation to this person, and I offered them to, if all else fails, if they couldn't get their shop to order the floss pack, which I said was in stock and I could get that to her, she could order directly from me. And I didn't hear anything back, which kind of just tells me that, this person just wanted to vent and dump. The second thing was that somebody contacted me yesterday and gave me a literal dissertation about how terrible my beloved pattern was, and that had she known, she would have never bought it, and now it's at the bottom of her pile, and here's all the things I did wrong, and here's how she felt compelled to tell me how I needed to fix this pattern, including that I should put different colors on the red. So I should use purple and green and blue, even though the color is red, in order to differentiate what was going on, And she also indicated that probably all my other patterns that I released were pretty lousy because I was a beginner. All right. Yeah, that's no fun to get. I will say this. I am always going to offer a solution if I can. I offered her a black and white PDF graph. I said, hey, so, if that one's not working for you, I can send you the graph only in black and white. Her point was, hey, I don't mind a color graph if it's well done. So mine wasn't well done in her book. Now, we all have opinions. That's fine. It's not always necessary to share them. Here's what I'm going to say. If, again, on the premise that I am open and will work with you and will try and make things right, if I can, if you're unhappy and if I can possibly do it, I will. Now, if you're going to be rude, condescending, nasty, etc., I will still offer that to you, and you have maybe a 24-hour window to take me up on it before I block you, because I'm going to block you. I don't want to hear from you again. So there. There's no reason for me to allow that kind of a person to have access to me. So I will block, there'll be blocking going on from emails down to my social media if I can possibly do it. And that's just the way it's going to go. So I think I waste a lot of mental energy and anguish on these kind of things, and I just don't need to be doing that. And if you have a point, you have a point. And like I said, I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to constructive criticism. What I'm not open to is just being a punching bag for somebody's bad mood. So we'll draw the line there. And I don't need anybody to comment on this. I'm just making my position very clear in case somebody feels they want to go kick the dog, and not here, not today, and not ever. Okay, what else do we have? I thought maybe I'll share some eye candy. This is so cool. I got the designer pack from Gloriana. Now, they're not free, but man, are they beautiful. Yeah, there's a lot. And having designer packs are really cool, because it really lets you do a good job on designing. And I love stitching with silks, and I love Gloriana as well. I'm going to make myself a wall of floss. Oh, anyways, okay, there's the last one. Very, very fun. I have, I'm getting one from Silk and Color as well, because that's what I'm working with right now on a sampler. And I know I'm supposed to get one from Weeks, and I'll just, as I can afford it, hunt the others down and see. And, there are companies that are very generous, and there's companies that, are a little harder to deal with. Not that they're not generous, it's just a little bit more complicated, which is fine. And so, slowly but surely, I will have the breadth and the width to to work with these different fibers. A very pleasant experience at Dinky Dyes. I went in, I took a little time on Saturday evening. It got really slow on Saturday evening, so I just walked around and peeked in. I didn't even bring my wallet. I wasn't going to purchase anything. And I walked into Dinky Dyes, and there was this wall, this drool-worthy wall of silk. I was like, like the little green men, Anyways, and so I'm looking at her, and I'm looking at her silk, and I'm telling her how beautiful they are. And I said, well, maybe I'll just start with some reds, because I do use a lot of red, and I like red. Maybe I'll pick up some greens, and I'll, it's like, I'll do that tomorrow when I have my wallet with me. And she's like, oh, just take them off the wall, take what you want. And I was like, oh no, I cannot. I was like, no, that's not what I was asking for. Anyways, so I went in the next day and ran into my very, very lovely, fun roommate, Tracy, who, actually made all this possible. Without Tracy, I wouldn't have been at market. She graciously shared her room with me. She was so generous and so kind and so calm. She made my, she just made it easy for me, and I'm just so grateful to her. And next to that, she's an absolute fun person. And if you didn't see the prank she played, and she should have continued. Her husband Chuck told her to stop. She shouldn't listen to Chuck anymore. But you can go on my IG, and it's typical Tracy humor, which I so appreciate. Okay, so I was in there, and I pulled a few skeins off, and then I went to pay for it, and she's like, if you're going to design with it, just take them. And I have a hard time with that. I really, really do. I'm okay paying wholesale prices, that kind of thing, but just taking them, I was like, I don't think I can. But eventually I did. But really beautiful stuff. And so I really want to use them as well. Oh, so let's see what else I managed to grab as I was buzzing around on Sunday afternoon. Let's see. Oh, sorry, baby. Mia's right here as well. Millie, I mean. So Stacy Nash was right next door to us, and literally I went in there, and I'm like, one of everything. On Sunday afternoon, they're like, well, we're sold out of a lot. I'm like, I don't care, put it on back order, one of everything. Her stuff was just fabulous. And her room, it was so good. It was so good. Anyway, so you've seen it all, but here it is, the winter drum. This is a club at Country Sampler, and I think there's still one coming. But I'm glad to have picked this up. Here is Spring Chicken Pin Keep. Here is the, this one. This one was yeah, okay, anyways, blah, blah, blah. Can't even talk. The velvet pin cushion, pin parsnip needle book. It was so cute, and it's bigger than you think. But here's the deal on these. She also has the, I don't think it's with me, the orange one, the tangerine one, which is super cute. This uses, I think, velvet from Blackberry Designs, something like that. Let me look. And I just found out that, I'm looking. Oh, yeah, Blackberry Primitives, hand-dyed wool and hand-dyed velvet. And I was listening to Lisa, Kindred Stitcher yesterday, and Tanya from Blackberry Primitives is out of the velvet base she really was using and loves, and can't find a good substitute, and she's not dyeing velvet right now. That's a bummer. And so I went on a hunt for some hand-dyed velvet. Can hardly find anything that's good. If you haven't, if you can know of a different dyer, that would be awesome. So that's a hard one to come by. This one just came in the mail today. This was back ordered, A Walk Through the Garden. So fun. Here is Pretty in Pink. So very fun. Oh, I wonder where my other... I know I had all the pin keeps, all the drums. Well, there's only one here, so I might have gotten shorted. I didn't check my my order. I do have the receipt, so I'll look it. Oh no. Duh. Here is that tangerine. It's really cool. The interesting thing is she used like paper bark or something like that. Yeah, paper bark from Fox and Rabbit linen, but it's completely covered. So everything's stitched. So I think you can use whatever linen you want. You don't need to use hand-dyed. Here's the Big Blue House pin keep drum. So nice. Here, the Bees and the Birds sewing row, which was an exclusive for Homespun, the Homespun Needlework group on Facebook. I think that's the name. I'm not sure. And just to mention that Julie is there's 3 of my beloved patterns currently on a giveaway on that group. So if you don't belong, you should join. It's a fabulous group, and you can win a beloved pattern, which according to somebody is just no good. No, I will have to say back to that, and then I'll let it rest. You know, a lot of time was spent putting that pattern together. It's not just the charting, but it's hours worked on it. You know, we worked hours on just getting the pattern to look right, you know, to have the right kind of spacing so it was easily readable. And yeah, there's a portion in the bird, the top bird, which is very red. It's very red on the sampler. But the symbols are big enough to where you can follow along. And you may need to make a photocopy and highlight, or however you go through something that has a lot of color changes, that is, you know, dense in color changes. But that's the portion she was complaining about. And she, you know, her solution was to make it all kinds of colors, black, blue, green, yellow. So she could tell it apart. I'm like, you know, whatever. Okay, Faded Garden pin keep drum. And this one. Ooh, I was dying for this one. The Birds of a Feather Needlebook. So my friend Liz, and I think Shelly has it too from the Antique Needleworkers. There was a little, and this is the other side of it. So pretty. There was a little workshop retreat. That's a day workshop thing that was within driving distance that Stacy Nash did. And so they went to that. So I've been seeing this being worked on off and on. Oh, let's see here. Okay, so I did not get this at market, but I threw it into my market bag. I've been dying for this one. It's the Autumn Cloche by Hello from Liz Matthews. And I got the HDF conversion, and not only that, then I took that and converted it a little bit more to my taste in terms of like putting in a few overdyed, so I'd have a little bit more variegation. But this one is a model at Keepsakes. To die for. You know me and Halloween, but this is not, to me, this doesn't scream Halloween. It's very fallish. It's beautiful. Just amazing. Okay. Oh, and I picked this up at my last visit to Keepsakes. I've been asking for it every time I get there, and finally they had some in. And I think I have to stitch this 5 times for all my friends. Not that I only have 5 friends, but there are a number of them that, you know, speak my language, and so I think they all deserve one. Anyways, sarcasm is my love language. I remember when I was a little bit sarcastic with my ex-boss, and he said something. I wasn't sarcastic at him. My comment was sarcastic, and he was quick to point out to me that sarcasm is not a fruit of the spirit, and he is completely correct. It is not a fruit of the spirit. Nonetheless, it tickled my sarcasm bone. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh. My sweet friend Miriam, you know, I told you she came to help, and then she gifted me things. And, you know, she kept saying, well, you have to pay for half the room. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, stop it. You know, she's like, I'll pay for my own dinner. I'm like, you know, you're not. This is a business trip. You're helping me. I carry all the expenses. And yeah, we had to wrestle about that a couple times. And then she goes out and buys me, you know, a little present. I'm like, Miriam. Anyway, so she bought me this limited box from Stacy Nash. Very fun, with a fantastic little bunny rabbit. Of course, that's right up my aisle. And it's lined on the inside. Super nice. And also, the some floss tags and a wax raspberry. I like that holder. Anyway, so that was really super nice. Let's see here. So, if you've been watching the Antique Needleworkers, you know that they've been talking about Sweet Wing Studios. And so, I'm walking down the hall, and I'm walking past, and I see that one pattern that they were talking about, and I'm like, hey, this is what they were talking, you know, what the Antique Needleworkers are talking about. I'm going to go in real quick. And so I dipped in. There was nobody in the room, and I went up to her, and I said to her, hey, so, you know, I just wanted to stop in and say hi. Yeah, I'm Sylvia with Running with Needles and Scissors, and I'm friends with... That's when my brain stopped. I was like, I can't tell you who I'm friends with. I forgot. And I never managed to actually complete that. So, yeah, that was a little bit embarrassing, but you know, my brain just stopped working. It was gone. Anyway, so I saw this and just really loved it. And she was just like, just take it. I was like, no, I want to pay for it. She's like, no, just take it. I was like, oh, okay. But I love it. Jesus loves me. This I know. I just love the way it's done. And then la-di-da, she was so kind, and Lori, and she gifted me her Quaker, which I really liked. It's beautiful. Her models, you know, her room is so classy. It is so, it's such a treat to go in there and look. Oh, let's see. Of course, I had to pick up Little Robin Designs AT 1797. It is a stunner. So beautiful. And it's big enough to be impressive, and it's not so big that you can't get it done. And this is stitched on Lakeside Linen Vintage Light Exemplar, but you know, we have so many dyers. This would look great on winter woolens, milk and cream and sugar, tea and coffee, whatever. I mean, there's many beautiful light beige linens out there. But the sampler it's a stunner. I was like, oh. And if she hadn't bought it and I'd seen it, I would have bought this, no doubt. Let's see. Oh, here are the dinky. Wait. What's going on? Ow. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I've said several times that my shoulder is not good, and it makes movements really painful. Let's see. Alrighty, Ro. These are the dinky dies I picked up. Let's see here. There's a really red one. I don't know where my dark dinky dies went to. I had a couple darks. I'm sure they're in there. I'm sure my sweet friend Miriam did not run off with my dark dinky dies because we were playing around with them in the car. I was driving and she was playing around with them. All right, this, true to word, I just picked up some reds and some greens and one gold because I was told by Carolyn, Stash Sister from the attic, who was in the booth also, that I needed a gold. And then she threw that on there. I'm like, oh, okay. But I do have 2 more dark ones, I think, but we'll find them. So look at this screaming red, this vintage red, this faded red, this stronger dark red, and the green's really, really, really pretty. Anyways, I'll figure out to do something. Don't bark. Don't bark. And then I picked up the new color from Gloriana, which is swamp grass. It's a really wonderful, versatile green. And this is the Tudor Silk version of that. Really, it reads very dark on camera. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I think they're going to fall off the couch. It reads very dark on camera and on fabric, but it is green. It almost looked black to me when I saw a sampler stitched in that, but it's green. It's lovely. It's good to have. I went into the Heart and Hand booth. I met Mr. Heart and Hand. Mrs. Heart and Hand was not there, and so I started like, oh, give me, you know, one of these, and I had to have the cuckoo bird, and I had to have the tiny town with the bees. So I was like, yeah, that one and that one, 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 and that one. You will see. I mean, I was just in there for the cuckoo bird and the tiny town, the one tiny town, and then it just turned into a free-for-all. And we had a really nice chat. He's a nice man. Somebody once told me that I could strike up a conversation with a pencil. I don't know if it was a compliment or not, but I love to talk to people. I really do. Okay, so here is, this one, of course. I had to grab this one. So fun. Comes with everything. Highly recommend. This will be an easy stitch. I didn't say quick because I'm not quick, but for me, very easy. Possibly a car thing. Then where's my tiny town? This is it. So here's tiny town. The colors. So good. And if you wanted to do, this one attaches. So it's the same size. And I thought, how fun would it be if we put her not attached, but in the middle here? Just stuck her in there with her hives, tending her hives. Very fun. Here's the cuckoo bird. I got that. And then I, went and got more tiny towns. Yeah, pretty much all of them because I already have the Liberty one. So got those. And then these really did appeal to me. The flower etching and this one. And this one sort of, I had a vision for, because my friend Liz is stitching on Ada, and I don't think I've ever stitched on Ada, to be honest. Nothing wrong with Ada, but I've never stitched on it. But I got some Rustico 20 count Ada, that equals 40 count. Can't go wrong with that. And I'm going to vintage that up a little bit, and I think this one will look great, and I'm going to give it to my husband because I think it's more his speed. When I'm going to stitch that, I don't know. I have no time to stitch on personal things, but maybe I will. Maybe things will shake out so that I can do a little bit. Oh, let's see here. Oh my. Oh, I went into, it was funny. So I got the notice of what Heartstring Sampler Beth Twist was putting out, and I just loved her stuff. And I'm like, hey, can I pre-order, this, that, and the other, and 3 of these, and 3 of that, and, and she was like, hey, so I only allow pre-orders in a certain volume. She was the only one I was trying to pre-order. And so I said, oh, I totally understand. I was trying to, nail something down. But anyways, it was very funny that the one person I wanted to pre-order from that didn't work, which was fine. And so I went into her booth, which was fun. And she had sort of a retrospective of her designing career in there, which was super cool. And she's just a lovely and very cool person. Anyway, so this was a must have, is the Sunday stitches. And it's so wonderful. And this is the one that was new for this. And really, I'd be totally keen on having a whole wall done like this. I would love that. Um, still smells very new. Yep, it's just a really nice book, and she put some history of all the hymns, etc. And I mean, check this out. So fun. So I think maybe I'll read this one night before I go to bed. And of course, her boards were sold out. I just got them today. They came in the mail, and her husband is making these, and they are seriously good. Seriously, check it out. So this is for the collaboration. It's float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, and this is for her Sunday samplers. Oh, so fun. All right, I'm gonna put that right here. I got to dip into Needle Maid's designs room, and Ray Niles was also there. She showed me a sampler that she's working on that's coming up. Oh, what a stunner that's going to be. She has some beautiful work, and not only that, she is really, really a lovely person. Linda has always been a favorite of mine. So it was very fun to see her, and boy, did she have some beautiful stuff. There, I almost also said, give me one of everything, but just the cigarette box, which I will never do. It's not that it doesn't appeal to me. It's just I will never do it, so might as well not have it. Well, if you go by that, there's a lot of things I shouldn't have. Any Uzis here. This was the one of the hot sellers at Market. It's her needle book. It is beautiful. And the only reason I got one is because somebody didn't come pick up their pre-order, and she let me have it. So there's that. These are super, super cute. Hold on. Here it is. These two. And should be fairly quick and easy to stitch. Really lovely. The photos don't do them justice at all. They're super nice. This sampler, I can't get enough of her Scottish samplers. She does a fantastic job with them. So pretty. And let's see what she's, 45 count Duxbury linen. Huh. From Fox and Rabbit. Now, Duxbury, I have a beautiful piece of that, but you know, really you want to look at it before you buy it, because it can be, I think that's the one that's like splattered. So it can be pretty crazy splattered, or the one I picked up was from Country Sampler last year, but it was a beautiful splatter. That's only my opinion, of course. And then I already have this one done, but not finished, not FFO'd, but it's finished stitching. And I wanted the companion to that. And she gives, I think, sourcing for these baubles, which of course needs to be on there. I think that's cool. All right, that was Linda. Vincent. Oy, oy. Opa. Let's see. Oh, lost my mind in Samplers Not Forgotten's booth. Also, we had a lot of fun talk, a quick, short, fun talk. So I picked up her Double Crown sampler, 1823. Super nice. Very feminine, very sweet. And then her 3 kits. Uno. I mean, everything's in it. Can't go wrong. Duo. I really like this one. And the bird one again. Very nice. Okay. I went and visited with Leanne from 1897 Schoolhouse. Boy, you know, talk about persevering and not giving up. I was glad to see her there. You know, and if you don't follow her, she always has interesting stuff to, you know, that she writes. It's long, you know, and you need, if you're interested, you can take your time to read them. But she's a very interesting person. She was in her I guess she participates in the summers in like a reenactment, you know, village thing. And so she was in her dress. Very cool. We're so lucky. We don't have to wear that stuff anymore. Ah. Anyways, let's see here. Oh, not this one. I dipped into, oh, here are the two dark inky dyes. I knew they were around. So here are the dark ones. One's reading kind of brown. It is kind of brown. Very cool. I dipped into Teresa Kogut's booth, even though I'm a Patreon member, and I had most of her stuff already, but I picked up Strawberry Manor, even though I had no intentions of picking that up. But when I saw it, oh, yes, I didn't even hesitate. I missed this when she released it on Patreon. I don't know, must have been asleep. And so I went and bought it. Super cute. And then I really didn't need this, but then I saw the models and I was like, yes, please. So the patriotic book, very fun. It's from last year. I didn't buy a lot from last year. What else? What else? Oh, I went and saw Kathleen Littleton. You know, she has such fabulous samplers. And so the one that I picked up, and it's just stunning. And she had the antique there, I think, is this one. So this is Oh Sweet Humility, Eliza Townsend. So sweet. This is my kind of sampler. You know, this would make a great companion to Anne Rayner or Elizabeth. Is it? No, Sarah Hardiman. Is that the name from Needlework Press? Yep. I did run into the Needlework Press booth, said hi to Vicki, looked around, didn't buy a thing because at that point I was on, you know, I was on tilt. I couldn't do anymore. And here she had that beautiful big sampler that was the sampler of the year, Stitch Along at the attic. And, you know, at this point, I mean, I bought a lot, but I'm just kind of going, when am I going to do it? Why? You know, anyways, really cool. It's in the wrong place, but I'm going to keep my hand over the symbol. So this was wait, let me just cover up the thing and the password there. Let's see if we can. Okay, so this was it's a tag, and it's for a free chart, and the password's on here, and you scan the thingy with your QR reader, and then you can get the free chart. I don't know what it is because we tried it in the car and we're having problems, so that will have to be, I have to catch up on that. One of the booths that was really close by, I think I stole some, oh no, who's this by? Oh, Works by ABC. It's a, where's my ball on this? It's a puzzle. We used to have these when I was a little kid, you know, younger in school, where there's a little ball, but I'm not finding the ball in here. I think I gotta, or maybe it's already in its home. Anyways, but you could, it's a, you know, you see that? So you could put your ball through. Right there. I picked up something from Michelle Inc., but those are presents, so I'm gonna show those. Ooh, and then Primitive Hair was right close by, and I actually took the opportunity to pick up some linen from her, shocker of all shocker things. Let's see here. She had hidden her, oh, there's another one. This one has the ball. Okay, the ball must be somewhere because this one, oh no, there's two of them in here. I don't know if you see, there you go. And so you just kind of pull them through the maze. I think this is for Shelly and Liz, Antique Needle Workers, because there's two of them. Okay, well anyway, she was close by, so I asked about 40 count linen because she didn't have any on display and she had it hidden underneath her table because there wasn't that much, and so they let me dig through it and pick what I wanted to buy. And so I picked up Celebratory, some 40 count B linen. Oh, so fun. And this is just for personal stuff. I'm not going to be designing on her linen. Let's see here. There was a chart that went with this. We the People. There we go. We the People linen. It's got script on it. It goes with this chart. I think that's pretty cool. I found out, much to my distress, that my husband does not appreciate patriotic designs. I was like, ooh, I don't know if we can still be married. Shocker. He's like, yeah. So I've been designing, I'm in the patriotic designing mood, and so I was doing a few things, and he's like, eh. Oh, thank you. He goes, I don't like patriotic. And I'm like, okay. This one is gorgeous. I don't know how she did it. I don't know if you can stitch through that either. This is called Stardust. I know that Kitten Stitcher picked up some of this because I was in there when she was loading up. Maybe not 40 count, but check it out. Now I see a Christmas design on this. What do you see? I think it's very cool. Let's open it up a little bit more. Like I see a winter scene on this. Oh, so pretty. Okay. Back in the thing. And then I picked up a very interesting one, only because of the name, honestly. It's called Tudor Berry, and I'm part of the Tudor Rose Sampler Guild, so I was like, oh yeah, give me that. And then I'm like, what in the world am I going to do with this? But Miriam and I were talking about it, and we had sort of an idea. But it's kind of a splotchy, berry-colored linen. I think it's cool. I don't know. We'll see what I come up with. Oh, yep. Okay. I think that wraps up my purchases. I think that was a lot. It was. Now, we have one more celebratory thing that I want to do, again, as a thank you for, all the support, all the milestones, etc. So here I have, oh, my arm, this project bag, which is Wyndham. This is material, quilting material from Wyndham, done exclusively for Williamsburg, and I picked up this fabric with my friend Lisa several years ago when I was visiting her, and they were so kind and such lovely hosts, and we went to Williamsburg. And so I have, a set of project bags. She has a set of project bags. I think I gave one away, and so this is the other one that I made, and now I'm giving it away to you guys. This is the inside. And what's in it? Ooh. Anyways, it's the Heartstring Samplery's Sting, Float Like a Butterfly. Her portion is Sting Like a Bee. And it has the board to go along with it. Again, we know the rules. You got to be 18. Please don't say giveaway. Please do be a subscriber. I don't check, but it sure would be nice if, you're leaving a comment that you're also a subscriber. And let's call it celebration. That's the word I'm going to be looking for, celebration. And this all will go to you. All right. That concludes me. I'm off to make floss packs. Because I keep selling and I can't keep up. And it's a good problem to have. So I'm back down in the cellar making some floss packs that have to go out today. And then I'm maybe hopefully getting the kitchen clean before my husband comes home. And then I'm back to my stitching room to stitch some more. Because there's going to be a release sometime in May. Possibly, but it's going to be closer to June, and It's going to be patriotic. Most of it, all of it. Much to my husband's delight. There's different things. Anyways, there's going to be one reproduction sampler. I call it patriotic because of the color scheme. It's not a patriotic sampler by any means, but the color scheme is going to be all, very blue, red, white, and blue. Maybe yellow a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. It's not here yet, but it's on its way and should be here next week. And I'm excited about it because I love, love, love what it's saying. I just love the composition of it. Okay, and it's a small sampler, which, is doable for me. And then I signed up for the end of August, thank goodness it's end of August, Needlework Marketplace it's called. So it's an online show for wholesalers. So it's not going to be a retail show. It's a wholesale show. I may release something for Christmas. I don't know. If I'm totally insane, I won't. And, well, actually, it's the other way. If I'm totally insane, I will. If I'm going to try and keep my sanity, I won't. But because then it's back focus on Nashville. And I pretty much have a plan. I know what I'm going to do, except for the Christmas stuff. I don't know anything about that. Nobody's informed me. I was going to say, people are like, so how do you like being independent, or being retired? I'm like, this is not retirement. But my comment is always like, man, my new boss, she expects me to work a lot of hours. Anyways, I'm my new boss, just in case that wasn't clear. Don't know if I like her yet or not. But I do have a plan, and that's just me. I'm a planner. I sort of have a vision, and hopefully I will be pulling it off. My friends are really great and supportive and are willing to help, which helps a lot because I'm a slow stitcher. So enough rambling. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for participating in the celebration. And hopefully I'll be back in 2 weeks. That's the plan anyways. This one was a little rough because of the workload. But like I said, hopefully in 2 weeks I'll be back announcing the winner and moving on. Take care, my friends. Stay happy, healthy, and terrific until we meet again.